this game. So the game started with Caro-Kann defense, d5 and e5. So here we have advanced variation. White chose to close the center, and in this case the most common move is bishop f5, but also c5 is a very popular move. Black start to fight against the center at the third step. So in this game, black played bishop f5, very solid move, divide the bishop, and later we can play e6 to build a very solid pawn structure. And white plays c4. So I would say the most common move is d3 to offer a bishop exchange, because as I said, most of the pawns of the black pawns are placed at light square, we can anticipate. So trading the light square bishop is a good choice actually for both sides. And since the f5 bishop is a really good one, it has a very beautiful diagonal to control. So I think trading the bishop also favors white. So here white plays c4, black takes the pawn. I will play e6 instead, because we will play e6 eventually. So we should push that as early as possible so the dark square bishop can be developed. And pawn exchange, I don't think that benefits black, because we trade our d pawn with our center pawn with a c4 pawn. And also this move help white develop the light square bishop. This diagonal is a very good one. And e6, knight c3, bishop b4 with develop dark square bishop to pin the knight. Bishop d2 to unpin the c3 knight. So far so good. But the move has a problem, because I think black can capture the pawn. So I would say the most correct move is moving the g1 knight to connect the two knights, and we can castle later on. So we need to be aware of the material at the center. Black didn't notice that. Black missed this opportunity. Develop the knight, knight f3, protect d4 and develop knight, knight b6, attack the bishop, and bishop move back to e2. Yeah, I think that's okay, because move to b3, the bishop is still aiming at this pawn chain. It doesn't work so much, and also after bishop b3, the light square bishop could move to d3 to stop white from castling. So bishop e2, I think that I can see some reasoning behind it. Knight e7, queen b3, knight e5, control the outpost, that's very good. And trading, well, I would take the bishop with the knight, because I will castle to make the king safe. King d2, the king is exposed at the d2, and it will cause some problems for white. Taking that with the pawn, and I will take that with the knight, because this is outpost. And when we take with the knight, our knight can control a lot of spaces, and later we can push a c5 to open the c file. So white might take b7, but I'm not sure it's a good move, because we can attack the king and we can castle. Later, once we move the knight, our queen can attack d4. So, and also after castle, we can move rook to b8. So the b file is open, which makes the white king in an even more dangerous situation. Queen b5, trading the queen, yeah. Maybe I will move knight to d7, so because I will avoid trading queens. The reason is quite straightforward, because white king is exposed, and we can move our king to g8 in a much safer place. So I wouldn't trade the queen with queen d7. And the game stopped at this stage. I think white potentially is better, because after trading the queen, the problem with the exposed white king does not exist anymore. On the other hand, white king can support rooks to control the c file. And since white has more space than black, so I think white is slightly better.